Hello, my name is Clara and I'm renovating a 100-year-old house here in sunny Portugal. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what I've spent on this house, how much it cost me, how much the renovation is to date, how much I spend on essentials, how much I spend just on living. So I'm going to walk you through my week-to-week bills so you can get an idea of what you might spend if you move to Portugal. Obviously, you're probably going to spend a bit more money than me because I'm tight. So if you're curious about moving to Portugal and you wondered about how much money you need to spend per month, then this could answer some of your questions, although please bear in mind that I'm a single woman, so I don't have a partner or kids, that my budget needs to be a lot smaller than a family or a single woman with. So yes, if you're curious about living in Portugal on a budget and just want to make your money stretch further, then this video might be useful. So this house cost me 75,000 euros. I found the house on Idealista. I was looking for quite a long time. I didn't exactly want a house this big. I was looking for something smaller and I didn't particularly want to be in this area either. But nothing was coming up within my budget because I had a limited budget. I had an apartment that I sold in Lisbon and I could use the money that I earned from the profit of selling that to purchase in the north. The only reason why I left Lisbon was because of COVID and it destroyed my tourism business, so I was kind of forced into it, but that's another subject. The house itself is a lot bigger than what I need. There's a lot more rooms. There's a lot more rooms than I actually wanted to renovate, but it was the only decent thing coming up on the market at the time. That everything that I wanted that was kind of a T2, T3 was 20 grand over my budget, and or it was in the area, and it was in the area that I wanted to live, but it was a wreck. It was a complete wreck and needed kind of everything. It needed kind of demolishing, starting again, building up. So I didn't want to go for those. And this was the only thing that came up that was a solid build that I could renovate with my limited knowledge. Yes, it's bigger than I wanted, and two, the area wasn't where I initially wanted, but I did look out with the area because my neighbours are amazing here. They are super friendly, and my local cafe is just great. So I feel like I live in a community here. So although I didn't particularly want to live in this area, I'm glad I did. Renovation costs. So today I've probably spent around 20 grand on bringing this house up to a level where I can actually live in it. So that's putting in the water, putting in the electrics, renovating the walls, putting in new floors as and when needed, insulation on the floors. I haven't quite reached the full insulation in the roof yet. That's later this year job. It does need a new roof, and I can live with the roof that I've got, but the new roof, it's gonna need one at some point in the future. So that's obviously a big expense that is not on my current list of 20 grand. Some of that was the builder and the electrician, but the majority of that has been the work that I have done alone. It all adds up, and it seems like wood is so expensive. That seems to be where I've spent most of my money. Well, it seems to me like I've spent most of my money on wood. Doing it myself has saved me a lot of money, but it has affected my social life because I'm too bloody exhausted at the end of the day and the weekends to do anything, to even speak, so I just mong out on the bed. And it's affected my work because I've had to put all of I've worked kind of part-time on my business, and obviously that has had an impact because I haven't been putting as many hours as I should have been. So this year I have noticed a decrease in my earnings, which has been due to the fact that I've put 99.9% of my energy into renovating this house. Monthly costs, I pay about €25 per month for the water. Electricity is between 40 and 50 euros per month, depending on the month. At the moment, I don't have any electric heating in here, so that's not included in my monthly costs. I actually estimate that it's probably, well, I'm going to budget for next winter to have like maximum €200 per month for electricity, just so that I can be nice and cozy, because for the last 2 years I've been freezing. So I don't really know what the electric costs are going to be when I've got the heaters installed, so it's just a wait and see. Hopefully it's not going to be kind of 200, hopefully it'll be less, but let's wait and see. So wood burning costs, I have a wood burner in, which has been saving my life for the past 2 winters. I've burnt some wood that I've had hanging around, and to buy firewood you're looking at around €50 to 50 to 70 euros for a cubic meter, which will last me about a month and a half, maybe even more. House insurance is about €30 per month, and those are my essentials that I need to purchase. Food costs, I'm not a big eater. Nor am I a big cook, so you probably spend more money on food than me. But currently I spend around €40 per month on food that I get from the local supermarket. Sometimes I go to the market, but it depends how busy I am, whether I go to the supermarket or to the local market. I am now starting to grow my own veg. Will I be able to eat it? That is the question, but I have about a month to find out. The majority of that €40 is actually food for the dog, so if it was just me, I reckon probably 25 to 30 euros per month. That's just on food shopping, but I also eat at Pingo Doce, because Pingo Doce is possibly the best place ever to go for a meal. I love Pingo Doce, love it, love it, love it. Because I still can't cook properly in the kitchen, it's the oven and hob are still not connected, although I do have an air fryer. I go to Pingo Doce whenever I can, and I can get a 3-course meal, a very nice, a very delicious 3-course meal for between kind of €5 and €9, depending what I get. If I get salmon, then I'm looking at €9. If I get kind of a spag bol, then I'm looking at €5. And that includes a drink. Bargain. It's the best place ever. I love Pingo Doce, and they know me there. So they're my friends. I cannot recommend Pingo Doce for food enough. So I go to the cafe for breakfast about 3 or 4 times per week. It costs me about €5.50 for what I have every single day. Eitrada, medalate, agokangash, iuma nata. Of course I have to eat a nut. It's illegal not to. Obviously I have the van, the autocaravana. My van insurance is about €300 per month. My van tax is around €80 per year, but that might be increasing this year, so I'm going to keep my eye on it. Try and only spend money on diesel when I'm actually traveling, when I need to get out of town. And at the moment diesel is $1.49 a litre. So it's not fantastic, it's nothing like compared to Spain, but it's better than $1.70, which it was kind of last year. So I can handle $1.49. When I'm just staying local, I try to use my trusty bike. So if I'm going to the gym, if I'm going to the market, if I'm going to the local shops, then I will go on my bike. And that obviously costs nada, and it's great for the environment. But if I need to go into Porto, for example, then I will pop on the train. I have a green pass, which is fantastic. Although I can't use it on all of the journey into Porto, I can use it for half, which is great. So it kind of reduces the cost of my train ticket from €3.80 to €1.95. So it's a little saving, and the green pass is like €20 per month, and I can go to Lisbon on the train, but it's only, if I'm going to Lisbon, then I can only do one journey per day, because sometimes I need to go to Lisbon for work and I need to go to Lisbon for the day and come back as well. I can only use the green pass on the way down, and when I need to come back, then I need to catch the bus or buy another train ticket, which is annoying, but it's still saving me money. And I can go to Coimbra, I can go to Braga, I can go to Guimarães, I can go to other places on the green pass. So it's actually helping me out and saving me some money. So it's all good. I like the green pass, excellent. Entertaining, I'm boring, and I haven't really done any entertaining since I bought this house, because this house takes up all of my time. But this year I am planning to get out more and have a life and stop being a boring fart, because I need it for my mental health. Hair and beauty. Yeah, my hair just needs doing. My hair, I definitely need to visit a hairdresser. Hopefully I'll be going next week because my roots need doing. But so far I spend kind of €100 every 6 months to get my hair done. I mean, I've never been a massive health and beauty kind of girl. When I had black hair, I used to dye my hair myself, which obviously saved me a lot of money. But now I'm blonde, I need to get it done by a professional. Otherwise, I will have awful hair. So I spend about €100 for balayage per 6 months, which is a bargain, because there are other places where balayage is super duper expensive, but I don't go to those places. I go to the places where it's more affordable. In terms of beauty, I do treatments myself. I do micro needling myself. Last year I used to go to get it done professionally, but because money is tighter, that is one thing that I had to let go, which is unfortunate. But I did buy a micro needling stick, and I do that myself, which is much more cost effective. In terms of skincare, then I do tend to just buy skincare. I will buy skincare from The Ordinary, or I will buy skincare from kind of the local supermarket. If it's thick, then I find that it works quite well for my skin.